but I've always felt the piano should be played by an actual human. These automated ones just don't have any soul.
See. Klavier, das ist junger Mann. Und mit dir kann man nicht reden. Okay, nehmen wir mit ihm.
Excuse me, are you Roland Devereaux?
Who's asking?
Miles Fordham, private investigator. I wanted to ask you some questions.
Sure, whatever you say.
Miriam Harris, über ihn selbst.
Are you acquainted with a woman named Miriam Harris?
Sure, acquainted. That's definitely a word you could use. But then, I'm also acquainted with about 20 other women in this borough alone.
Fascinating. Could you tell me about Miriam, please?
Aber nicht, damit man mich die Köpfchen größt. Wobei, vielleicht auch, wer weiß.
Sure, that woman could talk the ear off a cornstalk.
Oh? She said you didn't talk much.
That's right, I don't. She talks plenty for the both of us. Always going on about how sick she is of the phony high society types, how glad she is to be with someone real. But hey, she's loaded. And she's pretty good in bed, so it's a nice little thing we got going on.
Entführung.
Are you aware that Mrs. Harris's son was kidnapped last night?
What? Kidnapped?
Yes. Do you know anything about it?
No, not at all. I mean, I knew she had a son. She wouldn't shut up about him. Why would anyone take someone else's child voluntarily? Are people that desperate to have their own little brats?
Kinder.
I assume you're not a fan of children?
Let's just put it this way. I would rather have a hot poker shoved up my ass repeatedly than ever have to deal with a child.
Well, that's quite specific.
There is no way in hell I'm going to tie myself down and give up this great life of mine. If this lady's kid's been stolen, she'll probably leave her husband and want a replacement brat. I'm not gonna be that sucker, that's for sure. Thanks, friend. You've really opened my eyes. I think the time has come to exit stage left from Mrs. Harris's life.
You're a real piece of work, Roland.
Yeah, I know.
Über ihn selbst.
So, I take it you're a musician?
A musician? Am I a musician? Man, you insult me.
Oh.
Ask anyone who hears me tickle those ivories. They'll all tell you. I'm doing the
Santa
Lord's
Gott ist
work.
ja genau. Da hat meine Frau, oder die Frau vom Mainz was anderes gesagt.
I am more than just a mere musician. I have a purpose on this earth, and that is to move people, to bring joy to their souls.
Ah ja.
And this is after you've set the piano back to manual, right?
I don't expect a layman like yourself to understand, least of all a private eye. Your job is exploiting people's misery. I don't know how you can even look at yourself.
Oh, it's fairly easy.
Wird beleidigt,
But
der
then
Mann.
I expect you've never gone more than 5 minutes without looking at yourself. I think that's quite enough for now.
It's about time.
Notizbuch. Return Upton Argus Malcolm. Upton on the Coast Malcolm Harris. Arthur Devins. Linda Walker finden. Arthur Devins, wo finde ich den denn? Harrison Baugelände. Kreditbüro, das war nicht der, oder?
I don't think he's gonna be of much help right now.
Okay. Oma kann nicht helfen, die kann nicht helfen. Geisthaus kann mal fragen, wenn ich hier noch kurz gucke. Ja, was ist denn das wieder?
Mr. Devins? Yes?
Knochen und Staub.
Do you practice voodoo, Mr. Devins?
What?
The chicken bones and dust you send along with your letters. It's a voodoo spell meant to cause bad luck in business. Quite a convenient solution, wouldn't you say?
I don't know what you're on about.
Come now, Mr. Devins. I'd appreciate it if you didn't think I was stupid.
All right, fine. I went to go see one of them magic women in Gascon. She told me about the spell and what I needed to do. I don't believe in the stuff, but I thought maybe if I used it, I could scare Harris enough to get him to stop making the new airship.
Well, I don't mean to be one to put a damper on your amateur witchcraft, but it doesn't seem to be doing you much good.
No, his grandson got kidnapped. That's not something I'd call lucky.
Erpresserbrief.
Mr. Devins, can you tell me about this note?
I've never seen that before in my life.
Are you sure about that?
Absolutely. It's as I told you. I had nothing to do with that boy's kidnapping. I didn't even know he existed until you told me. Remember?
Yeah. And that note conveniently showed up right after you had that conversation. Let him stew in his own lines. His unique way of spelling is all the evidence we need to tie him to the note.
Very well, Mr. Devins. Forget I asked. Good day to you, Mr. Devins.
You too, Mr. Fordham.
Dankeschön.
This Arthur Devins Joker is bad news. Not only is he making threats to the Harris family, he also has the nerve to send a ransom note.
Ah,
We have enough evidence to pin the crime on him, I think. The police can deal with the headache of actually finding the baby.
ja, das passt dann. Es passt mir aber noch nicht ganz. Das kann halt alles gewesen sein. Wir gehen mal zum Geisterhaus. Die Dame ist jetzt noch ein paar
Welcome
Antworten.
back, Mr. Fordham.
I don't think
schuldig.
there's anything she can help with.
Aber wo ist das Baby?
Welcome back. Let me know if I can help you.
I think we've gotten all...
Yes. Sorry to bother.
Das kann nicht wahr sein.
Still nobody home. You're only gonna... Says here that...
Gibt's ja nicht irgendwas, wo wir noch ran könnten? Kann man den vielleicht selber reparieren? Dann lässt du uns rein.
Miles, what
Ta-da.
are you doing? You don't know the first thing about steam engine repair.
It can't be that hard to work out.
If you're serious about getting it fixed, I'd suggest looking for someone who knows about this sort of thing first. But if you just want to charge in blindly, be my guest.
Wir speichern vorher natürlich. So, Tür öffnen. Anzünder, Kohle, Rauchabzug, Türchen.
These pipes are connected to the flue. They must heat up the water in this overgrown tea kettle.
Aha. Ausgang. Dampfventil. Aha, aha. Rauchabzug.
Fine fuel source.
Ventil nach rechts drehen. Nee, nach links geht's auf.
It won't go any further in that direction.
Okay. Nach rechts.
It won't go any further in...
Okay. Hier kann ich nichts machen. Mehr Feuer. Kann man die Tür noch auf und zu machen? Okay. Warte mal so, dann machen wir die Tür vielleicht mal zu. Muss ja Wärme einstellen. Und dann... nach links. Okay, da hat so wenig Druck noch drauf. Nochmal nach links. Joho, okay. Nicht.
What the?
Fuck.
My boiler! What have you done?
Keine Ahnung.
I do apologize.
You're one of those saboteurs, aren't you? One of those Redites.
No,
I'm calling the police, you no-good troublemaking bastard.
Now you've really done it, Miles. Best not to stick around here too long.
Okay, wir gehen zurück. Laden. Okay, nochmal. Wir machen hier auf. Zünden das an. Machen hier wieder zu. Machen die Klappe auf. Und drehen es nach rechts. Ich glaube, der muss direkt auf ein grünes sein, habe ich das Gefühl, ne? So dürft's gehen.
Well, color me impressed. You're either extremely lucky, or you've done this sort of thing before.
Oh, ye of little faith.
Wer euch, denen es an Glauben mangelt. Oh ja, Mann. Digga, ich hab's geschafft. Oh, wie komm her, kennt ihr mein Level?
Yes, what is it?
Ich hab hier einen Kessel repariert,
Fix the
Tobi.
boiler for you.
What? Are you serious? It's pretty pathetic when some yahoo off the street does a better job than the people paid to do this sort of thing. I owe you, friend.
Might I take you up on that offer and get that spare key to the apartment?
Oh, right. You said you were a private detective, didn't you?
Yep.
Did Mrs. Walker do something wrong? Is she in trouble?
I'm not entirely sure yet, which is why I need to take a look inside her apartment.
I see. Well, I wouldn't normally do this, but you did me a great service by fixing the boiler. I can't just give you the spare key, but I can let you into the apartment.
Okay.
That'll be just fine. Thank you.
Ja, die ist
What
abgehauen.
in the ether?
Ja, die ist abgedampft, Tommy.
Cripes, did a tornado come through this place or what?
Looks as though she definitely left in a hurry. I wonder if she planned on ever coming back.
I'll be waiting for you in the kitchen, Mr. Fordham. Just let me know when you're done looking around.
Mach ich. Garderobe.
Torn apart. She took most everything. Well, it doesn't appear she had much to take. Torn apart. She took...
Müllhaufen.
I thought my apartment was messy.
Ne.
The
Bücher.
books she left behind are all trashy romance novels. Why wouldn't she take those? They're clearly the best ones.
Pflanzen.
I don't know about you, but I'm starting to have my fill of plants and flowers.
Das glaube ich. Aufzeichnung.
There's a handwritten note here. Valerian mixed with chamomile, sedative effects, deep sleep.
Ah.
Seems Mrs. Walker's an amateur herbalist.
Maybe not so amateur. I'd love to see the look on Mrs. Davis's face if she knew it wasn't a spirit that possessed her. In fact, let's go tell her, so I can see it.
You've gotten fairly misanthropic in your death, Bill.
Menschenfachtenbilder.
Have I? I hadn't noticed.
Oh, ja, dann weiß ich es jetzt.
These will
Aufzeichnungen.
make great evidence in Linda's trial.
Müllhaufen. Bild.
a boy. Can't be more than 7 or 8 years old. If that's Linda's son, why would she leave this behind?
Ja, warum lässt sie das eigentlich auch
Good
zurück?
question.
Bild?
Well, at least that painting cheers the place up a little bit. A fairly
Nähmaschine?
recent model. Linda must have spent a good portion of her wages on it.
Aha, sieht teuer aus, das Gerät.
Nice patterns. I wonder if Linda makes all her own clothes. Nice pattern.
Hier sind Beule in der
That bit
Tapete.
of torn wallpaper looks almost deliberate.
Ja, gell? Geh mal
What do
ran.
you know? She hid a book behind the wallpaper. Looks like a journal.
5. April. Ich kann es einfach nicht glauben. Kann es sein? Beim Treffen heute Abend habe ich eine Unterhaltung mit Henriette eingefädelt. Charles Harris ist am selben Tag geboren worden, an dem Alexander geboren ist. Und er hat auch noch blaue Augen. Ich weiß, dass ich da nicht vorschnelle Schlüsse ziehen sollte, aber das passt einfach zu genau, um Zufall zu sein. Um es zu überprüfen, muss ich irgendwas von Alexander finden, was für ein Kleinkind passend ist. Vielleicht sein alter Bär? 20. April. Charles mag Barney. Und zwar sehr. Henriette hat mir erzählt, dass sie noch nie erlebt hat, dass er mit solcher Freude auf eines seiner anderen Spielzeuge reagiert hat. Ich bin fest überzeugt, Charles Harris ist die Reinkarnation meines geliebten Alexanders. Ich spreche, soweit sie gerade durchdreht. Endlich können wir zusammen sein. Endlich kann ich ihn um Vergebung bitten. Ich muss nur einen Weg finden, ihn in seinen falschen Eltern zu entwenden, ohne dass die arme Henrietta in Schwierigkeiten kommt. 24. August. Letzte Nacht hatte ich wieder den Albtraum. Alexanders Schreie. Weshalb hast du das getan, Mutter? Waren beinahe unerträglich. Wenn er wieder bei mir ist, kann ich ihm endlich erklären, dass ich nichts tun konnte, um ihn aufzuhalten. Thomas war ein Monster und ich war am Ende meiner Kräfte. Samuel hat mir so sehr geholfen und es gab einfach kein Zurück mehr. Nachdem er vom Kuchen gegessen hatte, wie konnte ich ahnen, dass Alexanders Freund krank werden würde und dass er früher nach Hause käme? Dabei zuzusehen, wie mein Sohn das vergiftete Mahl mit seinem Vater teilte, war das Schlimmste, was in meinem Leben je passiert ist. Ich musste ihn zurückhaben. Shit? Der hat einen eigenen Sohn umgelegt. Krass. 6. Oktober. Endlich! Nach Monaten intensiven Nachdenkens habe ich einen Plan. Samuels Belehrung über das Wesen der Pflanze waren der Schlüssel. Ich werde Henriette heute Nacht im Harris-Anwesen besuchen und werde alles vorbereiten. Es muss so aussehen, als wäre ein Einbrecher in die Kinderstube eingebrochen und als habe er dabei seinen Mantel zerrissen. 2 Nächte noch und ich habe mein Baby zurück. Yep, die Alt ist durch. Confirm? Confirm.
Well, this is pretty damn incriminating.
Mhm.
I'll say. Now we just need to figure out where she's gone, as well as how she managed to drug Mrs. Davis.
Beitrag, Notiz.
Oh, we've got you now, Linda. Thought you could be clever and get away with the baby, did you?
Bill?
Well, you thought wrong. With Fordham and Legere on the case, the only thing you're getting is a one-way trip to jail.
Bill?
And the worst part is how sloppy she was. I mean, really, she couldn't think to pick up a button? She might as well have left a signed confession in the crib for all the good it did her.
Jetzt rastet Bill aber aus.
Bill, would you just shut up, for God's sake? Huh? Is everything all right?
Der Geile dreht durch,
Yes,
Bruder.
everything's just fine. I just stubbed my toe on the bed frame.
You also be more careful, Mr. Fordham.
Sorry, Miles. You know how I get when we're close to solving a case.
You always do this. I need to concentrate, and I can't hear myself think with you yapping away.
Right, sorry. I'll keep it to myself.
Thank you.
But you have to admit, she really would have saved us the trouble if...
Bill.
Kann ich jetzt mal das Ding da aber wegmachen? Es nervt.
Right, not another peep. As you were.
Danke.